And welcome guys, welcome everyone to another Let's Play. I'm Neon Genesis and welcome to a game I have not played in a very long time. I've played the original on the channel already, but I think it's time to tackle Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. I'm going to show up and let this little intro play out.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces being led by members of Foxhound. They are demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You will have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Welcome guys to Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. Oh hell yes. I've been waiting to play this game for so long. Recently got into a bit of emulation, figured out how to get the Game Cube emulation and figured it would be a great start to start this as a Let's Play. Oh, and my god, I'm so excited to play this game. So a couple of things to note straight away is that I've got my controls working fairly well. They're not all precisely where they should be, but as near as. So that being said, this game actually does pose quite a fair bit of an extra kind of challenge to the game. It certainly is a bit more challenging than the original Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1. i.e. the intelligence or the AI of the soldiers are a lot better, I find, in the Twin Snakes version. The enemies have got bulletproof vests, so they won't just, you won't be able to just shoot them easily and they'll die. So there's lots of things to take into account, and of course running over metal alerts enemies, so there's all these little additional things that we have to take care of as well. So I suck at stealth, if I can speak. But anyway, without any further ado, I think it's time to start a brand new game. We can do the briefing, which gives you a bit of an additional backstory to a bit of Solid Snake and stuff. I might put that in a separate video for you guys, but otherwise, let's start a brand new game. I will be playing on normal, as I think that's going to be challenging enough. And I'll be playing with Type 2 radar, so that it's pretty much normal basically. Well, let us enter the world of stealth and, Metal Gears. David Hayter, the legend, the man, Solid Snake. Metal Gear. This, in my eyes, is another one of those games, a bit like Resident Evil 1, where it's renowned for those lines that, not bad lines like Resident Evil 1, but just some of the lines that are just so classic. I mean, I personally know quite a lot of the lines anyway, but I am a bit of a Metal Gear Solid 1 fanboy, to be quite honest. But I do prefer the Twin Snakes version over the original, just for the new rendered cutscenes and whatnot, so you'll see what I mean. A lot of the cutscenes, they're basically not exactly the same as the PlayStation 1 version.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
Bothersome flies. Oh god, I love that voice. Not as much as Snakes though. Oh guys, I'm getting a good feeling about this. Feels so good to be playing this game. As I said, I have done the first Metal Gear Solid 1 on my channel. I figured I'd give the Twin Snakes version a go.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the pause button and then the A button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the pause button and then the A button to receive the call. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Okay, we're finally in control of Solid Snake. One bad thing about this game is that, or not just the Twin Snakes version, but Metal Gear Solid in general, is it is renowned for its very long and quite lengthy cutscenes, so be aware of that. So that being said, I will be doing these in 30-minute chunks. I know a lot of people prefer the shorter 15 to 20 minute, but I think for the game I'm playing, I think you guys can understand the reasoning why I'm doing 30-minute chunks. So I don't know if you just saw, but I picked up the AP sensor there. Basically what that does is if you have it equipped, it will vibrate when I approach them near enemies. We have to be careful because there is some soldiers around down there. Now I don't really want to be spotted, and the things like now I've just stepped my foot in the water. You can see the footprints around here, so they're going to pick up on that. That's how sort of difficult this game can be. So it certainly poses much more of a challenge than the original Metal Gear Solid 1. Now we have to kind of chill out until the elevator arrives.
Is there somebody there?
I mean, look, straight away he's picking up on my footprints and the noise, so we really have to be careful here. Just hide behind here until the elevator arrives. And here's the elevator, right, okay. Oh.
Is there somebody there?
And we did it. Whew. Almost got spotted, but we made it. Whew. Crotch shot. And another crotch shot. And just look what Solid Snake looks like in this version, guys. Come on. That is beautiful. When you think about what the original PlayStation 1 version looked like. I mean, sometimes he didn't even have eyes in the cutscene, so... Oh yeah. Oh yes. Just needs a little bit of stubble, I find.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake.
Age hasn't slowed you down one bit. Ah,
How's that
come
soaking
on.
suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy. I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
A Hind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, he must be crazy to fly Hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so... cute.
You're just flattering me.
Oh,
No, I'm
God.
serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
What's this? I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake? But I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be so frank.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
It does, doesn't it? Well, let's get to know each other better. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake. We're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to save your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
Yeah, I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
What about the air duct near the door?
One sentry on the left, and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
Pineapples?
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Yeah, there's a lot of people counting on you, Snake. And without further ado, we finally are in control of Snake for quite a bit of time. Like I said, very renowned for its opening cutscenes and, well, lengthy cutscenes, shall I say, sorry. So, there's a few things we can pick up around here. First of all, I'm going to be going over to pick up this ration here. If I'm quick, I won't get spotted by that guard over there. And even the footprints, I know, actually no, saying that, in Metal Gear Solid 1, they did pick up on the footprints, to be fair. Okay, we don't get spotted by the searchlights here either. So when the... make a run for it now. Ooh, that was close. And if you pop into this little truck here, we can pick up our first gun, which is a Circum. Great, because it's our first decent gun weapon. But the only thing is, it's got no suppressor on it. So it's going to be really noisy, so we don't want to be using that just yet. If we can help it. Now I have to be careful of the this guy here as he sleeps. Because if I run near this metal piece of the floor here, he's going to wake up and see that. Also, he's got a little air duct between his legs there. Now I can actually squeeze myself and go through that little air duct there, but I've also got to be careful, there's a camera right next to him there as well. And the other way in is up top there. You can't really see, but there's a dent in the wall up there. Well, there's a soldier up there, but there's also another air shaft up there. We can go through there that way. I'll probably go in that way. I've tried both entrances. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what she said. That's what he said, joke. I've tried both entrances. It makes no difference.
A surveillance camera.
Ah, yes, Snake. Thank you, old boy. Ooh. Now you want to be careful of this camera here to avoid it. You want to be sneaking in that way. Don't want to be getting spotted by the cameras. It will alert all the guards. You can do that. This. That's another way of doing it. And get up and run. But you don't want to be spotted. Or I don't know why, or if you do have any. I'm pretty sure I've just picked them up here. But if you have any chaff grenades, you can also throw chaff grenades to disable cameras. So you can do it that way around as well. There's an enemy over there. I need to be careful of. And there's an enemy there sleeping, which. Without, if I could maybe throw a chaff grenade, but I think the enemy will hear me throwing the chaff grenade. Don't think there's any. Ah, there is something under there.
What's that? Who's there?
Now they heard me there. I'm gonna go under here and pick up this actually. Now that was the M9. Now I actually totally didn't know this was here. But the M9 is basically like the Sockham, but except it's a tranquilizer gun. Now there's a camera just above my head there, look. So we need to see the blind side, which is right just underneath it. Like so. I also need to be careful. Oh.
Is there somebody there?
Oh, now I'm ducking on the stairs right now. Whew, that was close. That was very, very close. Whew. Okay. Just trying to be quiet. So I'm on the metal floor. Yes, now he's going to keep walking now. That's good. Now, as you can see on the map or the radar at the top left hand side, sorry, top right hand side, you can see we can go in the air duct here. So I'm going to be crawling in here. Now that was really close. As I said, just things like footprints and noises and just basically everything seems to be more heightened in the Twin Snakes version. So I like that because it's the added bit of a kind of challenge, I suppose, to the game. But on that note, it's going to be a bit difficult as well.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a boot camp instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you. So call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
Hey, now that was Master Miller. Now a lot of people actually think that he looks a lot like two video game characters. The most commonly known video game character that people say that he looks like is Albert Wesker out of Resident Evil. And another one that I personally think is he looks a bit like Duke Nukem, funnily enough, but anyway.
The carpet chief to the cell in the first floor basement. What about the vent shaft cleaning?
Oh, they just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Woman in the cell. We have to be careful. So, oh god, just look how narrow this is. I mean, seriously, if this was me, I would be in. Oh, I mean, I haven't got claustrophobia, but I'm not claustrophobic in any way. But can you imagine just being in this little tight? I mean, look how narrow that is. Seriously, oh, I couldn't do it. It's going to teach me how to climb down a ladder, so I won't be answering that call. Now I have to be really, really, really careful here, as these as your steps really do make a lot of noise. Phew. Crawling's a good way of avoiding making noise. And I believe, yes, there's another camera in here. Can avoid the camera by sneaking underneath it, being quick. Let's take them and rushing out. Whew, that was close. Just everything seems so much more difficult. Oh, good job. There's no soldiers up here. There's a soldier down there. Look. So now I want to be getting to that elevator over there. That's where I need to be getting to. Just gonna see where a soldier below me lands. I want to knock him out, really. I don't want to choke him and kill him. Okay, being quick now. Technically still haven't been spotted. B2. I know that's the wrong floor. I actually did click the wrong floor there, but I just wanted to press any switch because I didn't want that soldier to see me. Okay, so this is the wrong floor. We want to be going to B1 is the floor we want to be going to. Oh, credit call.
Look at the radar! It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him!
Now, I could be wrong, but I thought there was another codec code we can put in, which is another lady. Let me see if this is the right one.
This is
Yes.
a pleasure to work with you, Salad Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned.
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon. The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
Hopefully that'll be enough. Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasia.
Same here, Snake.
So that was actually an optional codec call you can make. So she will permanently appear on your codec now. So you can give her a call anytime. She's a weapon specialist, basically. So there you go. A little bit of something extra. It's not something you ever have to call. You don't ever have to call that person, but there's nothing else to pick up around here, I don't think. No. It's got the ladder. He's going to tell me how to climb a ladder again. I clearly can figure it out, Colonel. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, little cotton socks. And go straight up or left. I'm going to pop left for a minute. Say hello, everyone, to Johnny.
Kind of damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy. That woman is built all right.